Alrighty guys, strap yourself in. Today I'm going to teach you the 7 flows of leads, which is the secret from us going from 27 members all the way up to 1,200. From struggling and broke to having over $2.5 million in revenue every single year for our fitness businesses. Now, guys, as I'm kind of running you through this, I want to start with a little bit of story about why I'm so passionate about this. So I remember it was about 3 years ago. We were relying 90% off Facebook and Instagram ads, which a lot of fucking gurus and 10K business coaches will tell you is the main way to grow a business. I'm going to tell you it's a really good way, but it shouldn't be the main way unless you want to be a stupid business owner. Now, what was happening, we were going 90% through Facebook ads, like 10% through referrals, right? Now business was growing incredibly quickly. And what happened, it was a couple of days before I went to Singapore. I remember we booked the Marina Bay Sands as a celebration of how well business was going. And our lead cross, we got bitch slapped a couple of years ago with the types of images you could use. For those who could run Facebook ads, who've run them for a couple of years, you'll kind of know that you get bitch slapped every couple of years with Facebook ads, and especially happened with iOS recently. But our lead cost went from like $15 all the way up to $70. Now, with that being my role within the company to generate enough leads to grow, I want you to understand I was incredibly stressed, because one of the things that I really pride myself on is if I have a target in life, I fucking hit it, right? And I wasn't hitting that target. We weren't growing, and I was about to go on this like really like dream trip to the Singapore and to Marina Bay Sands. So I was meant to like get photos by the pool and get super drunk and have fun with my wife. And all I was thinking about on that trip is these fucking Facebook ads, right? So, obviously I went and I had a good trip and, we got through it. But when I came back and I reflected on it, I was like, hey, like, do I want my life to be dictated by what happens in a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad? And the answer was no. The answer was no fucking way. Do I want to rely 90% of my business growth on one source of leads? Because that is so dangerous, guys. It is so dangerous that if you don't get Facebook ads or if you don't get referrals one week, that your business doesn't grow over that week or that month. So what I went on is I went on this like personal journey to become one of the best fitness marketers in the world. And I wanted to not rely on one lead source to grow my business. And, there were some really amazing things that happened off that. Is obviously we had the ability to have 3 clubs and, we grew incredibly consistently, even in December, even in winter and those tougher months. And I want to share with you our 7 lead flows to hopefully inspire you a little bit to follow along with my journey and what worked really well for me. Because I think if you do these things really well, guys, you are going to double, if not triple, or maybe like 1,000x your business like I did by becoming really masterful and understanding these different types of lead generation sources. Now, guys, the first thing in marketing is you need to know who you're actually helping, right? You need to know your niche. Our one was helping people lose 5 kilos or more. It's a very, very easy niche, very simple niche. Obviously, pretty much like 70% of people in Australia where we're based wanted to lose 5 kilos or more. Okay, so that made our messaging really easy. I'm not going to cover messaging. It's going to be more tactical, but you need to make sure you know that and you're really clear on that. So guys, our first lead source was referrals, okay, which I know a lot of people use within their business at the moment. We had a couple more advanced things that we did run. So, when you want to get what I consider a lead source, and you can write this down, is that it consistently delivers 3 leads or more every single week, right? That is what a lead source is, and that's how we identified whether it was working. So with our referrals, guys, we actually did the normal stuff. Every Monday, we messaged 20 people who are on a high point, asked for a referral. We also did our point of sale referrals, people coming in with consultations in the first 14 days and things like that. All the basic ones. But one of the better ones we ran is we actually made a higher level of members for for members for Code 5, people who had done over 100 sessions, people who had referred someone in the past, people who had also made a milestone and had a testimonial and left us a Google review. Is we made them ambassadors, where we actually paid them quite well for referring people every single week. So if you could imagine having 40 ambassadors who are well trained and properly coached at a high level to get you referrals every single week, how well that can work for your business. And it works fucking incredibly well for us, where every single week across 3 clubs is we average 5 referrals or more per week. And no, that's not just like getting 5 referrals one week. That is the average across them, right? And it took a lot of work to set up, because obviously when you start to get 3 a week, the first question you ask yourself is, how do I get 5 referrals? And that's how we came up with that ambassador program, which was really, really cool. And I don't think I presented on that before either in any of these podcasts or videos. Now, guys, the next one's Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, obviously, guys, if you're generating 3 leads on Facebook or Instagram ads, it's probably on the lower level. You can easily get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 per week, depending on what your ad spends are. I'm not going to go into that, guys, but I'm just going to say, if you're not spending minimum $20 a day on your ads, you're probably in a pretty silly position right now, because you should be able to invest that amount at a minimum per day to grow your fitness business. Now, we also ran Google ads as well, and we got really, really great success. Now, if you think about it on Instagram and Facebook, people aren't going on there to buy, right? They're not going on there to sign up for a 28-day fitness challenge. They're going on there to be entertained and amused and probably distracted, right? Now, Google worked really well for us because people are doing direct searches, gyms in Brookvale, personal trainer near me, right? And that's what worked really, really well for us. And we got a really good high quality of lead. But with Google, guys, because it was search engine based, we didn't get a massive volume. We're really happy if we got that 4 to 5, per week on a club. Some weeks you'd get 2, some weeks you would get kind of 3. And then we did a lot of like SEO optimization and things like that, which I won't go into it. One of the main things was to make sure that, everything was tagged correctly, and that we got a ton of Google reviews. We aimed for 200 each club, and this was a big focus. We tried to get 3 a week, which really helps with your ranking score on Google. Plus, we were running some blogs and things like that with the right keywords in them as well, which I'm not going to go into. It's a bit more advanced, but I'm going to tell you at the end of this video probably the top 3 flows that you should focus on, and then we can build out the 7 flows when you're ready for it, when you want to hit that 250, 300 member mark. Now, guys, the next one was a converting website. Now, having a website and having a website that converts are 2 completely different things. Okay, so I think everyone has a website, but I doubt many people watching this would be tracking the amount of our views they get on each page, the heat tracking on that page, where people are scrolling, where people are looking, and then also whether their website is converting. Because you have a website to convert members, to showcase your facility and to get them to opt in for a trial or a paid program or hand over their details. Now, there's a lot of things you can do to get a converting website, but I want you to have a think is your website converting, and is your website like the top 10% in the fitness industry, right? So that when people hit your website, you've got all the right pixels on it where you can follow them around on social media so they see your ads, which is a basic, and then also that it's optimized well for conversions. Now, with your website, it should only be optimized for conversions, because if you have a website that's for your client database, like education portals and stuff, have that on a different part of the website, or you might use a ClickFunnels or Kajabi. Your website is only to get people to convert, right? Your current members shouldn't be going to your website. They should have all their timetable on their phone apps and things like that. Your website's only there to get people to convert. You want to drive traffic there. You want to make sure your website's pixeled, and you want to make sure that website fucking converts. And we spend a lot of money making sure this happens, because guys, if you get like 5, 6, 7 sales a month from a high converting website, that's valued at like $12,000 a month, maybe more, maybe 20,000. So yes, spending money to get a professional website is a really smart thing to do. Now, the next one was organic authority. Okay, so especially I had business partners and things like that. But I'm saying to everyone on here, if your personal profile isn't the biggest fucking business card and pumping up your business ever, that's your personal Instagram, your personal Facebook. So you're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year, right? You need to make sure you're marketing organically. If you're running sessions in your club, if you own one facility, that business is you. You are that business. That means your social media profile should match. Okay, that means you'll be posting content that helps people, maybe like this or this like podcast, right? I'm posting it to help you guys. Then, right off the back of it, you have some messenger scripts and things like that to get your friends, to get your network to come in and be members with you. What I always say to people, guys, is everyone's name and number you have in your phone, everyone's email, everyone who you're friends with on Facebook or everyone on Instagram hasn't come in for a trial within your gym and you're the owner, that's on you at that stage, because you should be hustling and you should be so fucking proud to bring everyone that you know into your facility. So yes, you have to be a authority, right, to run a super, super successful fitness business, right? People have to look at you and go, fuck, I really want to be like that person. Whatever your journey is, you've got to share it, and your personal profiles are the best way to do that. Now, we also taught our trainers to do the same. Okay, so your trainers should be authorities in the marketplace, right? They should be getting leads. They should be generating. They should have people reaching out to you. We have one rule. I do not pay you your fortnightly salary unless you give a fuck about how this business grows. Yes, that does mean you need to run the very best sessions in the planet. But it also means that you need to bring your friends, your family in, your personal network, and actively give a fuck about Code 5 and how big we grow and how many people we have. And you should expect that off your staff. You are paying them. They are there to do what you want, right? You are leading them, and you need to set expectations and boundaries. And we got amazing. We have the best staff at Code 5. They're so well trained. They're so loving. They're so caring, right? And one of their roles was, yes, to get people in to come in and start training with us, because they should be fucking proud of where they work and want to bring absolutely everyone that they talk to come in and train with them, because we're the best facility in Australia, right? And if not, guys, you probably need to work on their belief and how much they love working at your business, because it should be a no-brainer. But yes, obviously, we coach them on exactly how to do it. And the last flow of leads was joint ventures, okay, which is probably the hardest to set up. But when you set them up really well, your business will absolutely annihilate. So what I mean by joint ventures was like sponsoring, local AFL clubs, doing fundraisers at schools, business outreach, where we're running up like charity boot camps with businesses. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. We worked at a lot of cafes and things like that. But essentially with that flow is one of our most successful is we sponsored a local AFL club where they sent out an email to their database and a text message and post in the groups every fortnight. We offered them some training when it was wet. We also came down and helped them in preseason, and then we funded them their singlets, which were Code 5 branded, and that worked incredibly well for us. And we make sure with any joint venture that they're winning and they're winning as an AFL club, and we're helping them. And then also, guys, that we're winning and we're getting new members. So, guys, just to recap the 7 flows we used: referrals, Facebook and Instagram ads, Google ads. We had a website that converted when people hit it. Organic authority, that's personal page. That's for if you're a business owner, you need to be an authority. We had the trainer networks as well, where we taught them how to be authorities and how to extract people from their database to come in and train with us. And then we also did a lot of joint ventures as well. Now, guys, one of our clubs generated 50 leads a week every single week, right? You can do this if you really want to do this and you want to grow. But yes, it's going to take a little bit of time to build out. And obviously, there's some things that I learned along the way, right, that made this possible. There's heaps of shit I did wrong. There's heaps of mistakes I made, right? There's also a lot of things that I did really well and that I had to learn the hard way that I can teach you. So guys, if you're interested in building out these 7 flows of leads, if you're like, hey, I don't want to fucking worry about waking up tomorrow and finding out where my next lead comes from, that's why I made the inner circle, guys. All you have to do is reach out to me, send me a private message. If this resonates with you, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to take action, I would really love to work with you to help you build out these leads, because having this lead source really changed my life to a level where I can confidently present to you guys today. I had 3 amazing facilities. I got to sell 3 amazing facilities. I got paid very, very well for that. And then also I had some amazing experiences in fitness. We did international retreats, domestic retreats, ran seminars with like 180 people, had thousands of testimonials, right? It wouldn't have been possible unless I had those 7 flows of leads. It wasn't everything in our business, but it was a fucking big part of why I got to experience all those amazing things within my life from running a fitness business. So guys, as always, if you ever want to join the inner circle, send me a message. If you have any questions on this, send me a message. Love to chat with you guys. We've got a full team that's there to assist you. And then also as well, guys, remember, if you share any of our podcast episodes, any of my screenshots in my videos within your story, and tag Jimmy_Pomponio, is you will go into the draw to win $1,000, which is actually drawn on July the 1st, which I think is in a couple of days. So get posting, get tagging. I can't wait to announce the person wins $1,000, and I've got a really special prize for next month as well. Thank you guys. You have an epic day.